y'all. Welcome to our podcast, Unfiltered and Unprepared, where we help y'all navigate through life because who really has it together? I'm your host, Selah Robinson.
And I'm Sia Green.
And this is our special guest.
Hey, y'all. My name is Amarah HInds. I'm from New York, and I'm currently majoring in political science.
So let's get into today's topic.
So, how would y'all go about making friends in college? How do you go up and approach people? How do you go about that?
I'm gonna just say no. I don't do that. And that might sound crazy because you would think it's kind of part of the thing, but I mean, it just be kind of happening. For example, I'm doing a project, and next thing I know, I just walk up to somebody and ask, "Hey, you want to do the project together?" And we start just talking. It wasn't like, oh, I just walked up to you, because I'm not the type of person to just walk up to people, because sometimes people be like, oh, why did she just walk up to me? And it's like, I would rather just have it naturally. And then I remember when I was taking a theater class, I made some friends because we were doing a play together, and we were together every day, and then we just became friends, just natural stuff like that.
Yeah. With me, I don't just go up to people either. It's a rare occasion I'm gonna just go up to somebody and be like, let's be friends. We're not in kindergarten. I don't do that no more. But using me and Selah, for example, we had a class together and we sat near each other. So we were already she had asked me about an assignment, I believe. And then we just started talking ever since, and I realized, we're really similar in a way. So it kind of just really depends on the circumstance and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much how it was. I pushed myself to talk to her because I don't like talking.
Tell them how you didn't like me.
I didn't like her at first. I don't know. I don't remember why, but I did not like her at first. But I was like, all right, let me just ask her about because she was in 2 of my classes. So I asked her about this assignment. I think it was a group thing that we had to work on, and she was sitting right next to me. So I was like, let me just ask her. And then we almost got kicked out of class because we kept talking. So that's when I knew, this is probably going to be my friend for a little minute.
Yeah, I'm not going nowhere.
How do y'all feel about dating in college?
I feel like people tend to, come into college in a relationship. And, depending on, your partner and who you are as a person, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. When you get to college, you're not the same person that you are when you first move in, that wide-eyed freshman that you come in and versus when you're a senior walking across that stage. Those are completely different people, and we're growing every single day. I feel like college, we're the most evolved humans right now in this generation because we're going through life, being on our own and stuff like that. So I feel like, people come into relationships and they tend to hold on to that because that's a part of their past. They're scared to let go and they're scared to grow. And sometimes it's okay to outgrow somebody. You're gonna outgrow that person. But how you go about it makes or breaks your relationship. So I've seen firsthand, not to put nobody's business out there, but I'm gonna just keep it brief. My friend freshman year, she came into college in a relationship and didn't work out. She realized they were 2 different people in life and stuff like that. So it definitely really depends on circumstance. So what do y'all have dating advice for the viewers and stuff?
Dating advice. I don't know. I feel like just trying new things. I think that's big. Trying new things. We are still very young. You might not you're gonna like different people. You're gonna want different things. Your type is gonna change a lot. So you shouldn't limit yourself to just being I want the most handsome boy in school. No, try other things. At least get to know people, and then don't only focus on, oh, he's cute, so that's why I want him.
Yeah.
Actually focus on getting to know people. Do y'all even have things in common?
Yeah.
So I feel like those are things to really think about. Do we even have things in common? Do our lives even go together? Can they even go together? A lot of people don't even think about that. They just think about if a person is cute or not, and they just want to make it work because they're cute.
And I agree with you. Firsthand, when I came to college, I was so closed-minded, and I limited myself to one specific type. I'm not gonna say what type, but one specific type, and then now the person who I'm with, that's not even somebody who I would have imagined, being with in the past. If you would have told me freshman year that I would have been with this type of person, I would have been like, girl, what? Why are you lying? So like when you open your mind and you expand your mind, it really just shows you like the type of people that God has for you and stuff like that. Like I genuinely believe God put that person in my life for a reason. So like and me limiting myself, that just caused like more boy drama for me. Like I met the worst man of my life on this campus. So like once you stop limiting yourself to one specific type or person, you broaden your mind and expand your horizons. It's like I never would have thought that you would be that one.
Some advice I would give, I would say put yourself first. And I don't say that in a meaning of like y'all get into an argument, well, I do what I want to do, like stuff like that. What I'm saying is like you came to college at the end of the day to better yourself. So if there's a point in time where you feel like he's holding me back, he's not progressing me, we're not growing together, we're not evolving, all that stuff. And that's what I mean, like, put yourself first. Because at the end of the day, like, if you came here for the right reasons, then whatever's going on in that relationship should not be as important as you getting what you came to get. So, also, I would just say, like, some things you just got to know when it's time to let people go. Because a lot of people are only supposed to be here for a season. They're not supposed to be here for 3 years, 2 years. And I would say knowing when to let people go is if you have boundaries and you know what you want. And again, if your relationship is stagnant, there's no growth at all. After a certain point, it's time to walk away.
Right now, we're going to be getting into the Q&A questions. So, who wants to go first? I can go first if y'all want to. Okay, so I'm going to give this one to you, Amarah. So what are some green flags in a partner?
Okay. Good communication, being able to compromise, and also being able to see from more than one perspective. And like what I mean, like, not just seeing your way, like also seeing like where I'm coming from too. And that's something I had to work on when I started, talking to this person. So like, nobody's right. No situation is black and white at the end of the day. So it's like, sometimes, I could be wrong, or sometimes he could be wrong, or sometimes we're both wrong, or sometimes nobody's wrong. And, we just have to see it from each other's point of view and stuff like that and be like, you know what? Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? We were both, in the wrong. Let's just fix it, and being able to also move past it instead of like dwelling in the past. So like, I definitely like that in a partner.
Okay. All right, so who want to read off the next question?
I can. So, Selah, how do you know when it's time to end a relationship?
I feel like I've always had problems with this. Like, I be seeing the best in people. Like, I be giving people the benefit of the doubt and being like, oh, no, like, they ain't mean it like that, or this is just a mistake. Like, they just, they're just going through something right now. But I feel like once you like gotta like question it, I feel like that's when it's probably best to reconsider it and like be like really like realistically think about yourself and like how much you're putting in versus how much they're putting in. Because I feel like that's 9 times out of 10 like why relationships end, because someone's putting in more. Unless like besides like cheating and stuff like that, that's a whole different story. But like when they end because like when nobody cheated or nobody did nobody wrong, it's more because somebody's putting in less effort than the other person, and then you're trying to like put in more effort to make up for their lack of effort, and then you end up draining yourself by doing that. So I feel like it's time when you feel like you're putting in more effort than them and like you're doing more than them, and be like you're putting yourself more, you're putting them before you're putting yourself.
To piggyback off what she said, I think boundaries is important. If you set boundaries and they're not trying to, comply, because I don't know, I think boundaries are important, and if something is bothering you, you should be able to talk to your person about it. You should be able to work something out if that person really cares. But also for me, I would say I know it's time to end a relationship when someone's too comfortable with me. And when I say too comfortable with me, I mean like if we're FaceTiming and texting every day, and then slowly it takes you 12 hours to text me back. We don't hang out as much anymore. You don't talk to me the same way anymore. Just the little things, then that means, okay, you're too comfortable with me. So you must not really be that interested if you switching up. So if you feel too comfortable, if you start to just like, if you feel so comfortable and they just don't really seem like they're helping you to grow, I think relationships have different stages and there's supposed to be some sort of growth throughout each stage. And when it starts to become stagnant, well, what are we doing? What are we doing?
And I agree with you with that too comfortable part. Like, me and Selah were literally just talking about this yesterday. Like, I feel like people, and I'm not just going to say men, like people will get into a relationship and then once they get the person, they just stop trying. They stop doing what they need to do. They act like, I got her or I got him, I don't really got to put in much effort, which that is not true in the slightest. If anything, you got me. Now you have to work 10 times harder to keep me happy. You got me in the door. Okay, cool. Now how am I going to stay in the room?
Right.
So that, I feel like it's harder to keep me than it is to get me, because like I said, you got me in the door. Now how am I gonna stay? Like, you're not gonna they put little to no effort in because they feel like, you know what, I got you, I don't gotta do nothing, which that's not true, but okay.
All right, so we're gonna go to the next question.
Okay.
Who wants to do it?
I'll do it. So my bad, what are some red flags to watch out for in a new relationship?
I would say, okay, I feel like I keep saying like the same things, but it's so true. Like, they're being too comfortable, or maybe they're just not as consistent, or let's just say they're not supportive of what you want to do. To me, emotional intelligence is important. So if I tell you something, for example, and then you just throw it in my face, it's like, goes back to emotional intelligence. Like, I think that's important because it shows that you care. It shows that if I tell you something, that I can trust you not to throw it in my face if you're mad at me, as well as also how do y'all talk and stuff when you're mad at each other. That's also important when you to kind of navigate when you first start a relationship. Navigating how often, how y'all daily lives, like y'all working and stuff, y'all going to school, how y'all are going to make time to see each other, what that looks like, establishing trust at the very beginning, working towards something. So, like at the beginning of a relationship, I feel like you should feel like this person wants to support you. I'm not saying financially. I'm just saying, like, if you have a dream, they're going to be the first ones, like, when you fall down, you can do it. Just stuff like that. Someone who, at the beginning of a relationship, they should just, when you're going through something, we all have a hard time, y'all should still be able to talk through it. Y'all should still be able to have a adult conversation. It should still be adult conversation. It shouldn't be just too much going on.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like, the honeymoon stage and when you first start a relationship, yeah, it's cute, but like once y'all start getting into arguments, when you like know the small little disagreements, that's when like their true colors will come out, and how they handle disagreements will tell you everything that you need to know about them. So yeah.
All right, y'all. I think we're out of time for today. So, well, that wraps up this episode about dating and making friends in college. This is your second episode of Unfiltered and Unprepared. Until next time, bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. It was nice having me here, period, for my mama.